Drivers keep making mistakes. Car accidents injure 2 million Americans a year and kill almost 40,000. Driving is just dangerous. But today, an amazing solution is available: self-driving cars.
The Waymo driver is a combination of custom-designed hardware and software that is responsible for performing the entire act of driving.
That's an ad for the driverless taxi, Waymo.
There's no driver.
These robo-taxis are popular, where they're allowed ridership skyrocketing.
The car did a better job than if somebody was driving.
Even with a ton of cars coming from different directions and trying to converge, the Waymo had no issues.
It's good to have a choice, but
Waymo! Waymo! Waymo!
Some people hate robo-taxis. Unions fear loss of jobs. Silly anti-car protesters put cones on them.
As a way to temporarily stop them. They want these cars off the road permanently.
And lots of people just think not having a human driver is dangerous.
Waymos failed to yield to school buses at least 24 times.
The media make Waymos look dangerous. Chasing clicks, they mislead, hyping rare accidents.
A Waymo vehicle hitting a child.
But that child ran out from behind a car, and he wasn't hurt.
Waymo says a human driver would have made impact at more than double that speed.
The Waymo driver is safer than a human one. Statistically, 10 times safer in the cities we serve.
So says Waymo. But insurance companies, with their own money at stake, agree. Waymos, they say, are much safer than human drivers.
We have the data on this. 94% of all accidents attributable to human error.
Adam Thierer, author of Permissionless Innovation, argues that people benefit when new ideas are just allowed.
We can actually address one of the leading killers of Americans, but if you never get to see them or ride in them because law says you can't, then the public can't become familiar with them and bring them into their lives.
You have to also consider the impact.
New York State Senator Louise Sepúlveda has proposed a law that says motor vehicles for hire shall not operate without a human driver physically present, seated behind the wheel, engaged in the task of driving.
That's correct.
He wants to protect for-hire drivers who voted for him.
I cannot support something that is going to almost overnight lead to loss of jobs of about over 100,000 people.
Even if he isn't needed, even if he's worse than the machine.
I don't think that having an individual in a vehicle would be worse than a machine.
That's just wrong. Humans get drunk, drowsy, distracted. Say what you want about robots, but they don't get drunk, drowsy, or distracted.
Waymo comes in here and is going to make billions of dollars. Let them pay for the disruption to the labor force.
It sounds a little like a mafia pitch. You want to come in here, Waymo? You could come in, but you got to pay our job trainers.
The pitch sounds like a mafia pitch, so be it.
Self-driving cars are safer.
That's what the Waymo says, that they're safer.
It's what more people say. Peer-reviewed studies have found that they're safer. We humans make lots of mistakes.
A Waymo vehicle struck a child in California. They've passed school bus lanes.
These are anecdotes, but there's hundreds of millions of miles of data that shows automatic is much safer. Maybe comparing the death toll from serial killers will convince the politician that robo-taxis should be allowed. Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy, they killed under 100 people. If you succeed, you'll kill more people every week than serial killers ever did.
Well, I mean, we don't, again, the data on Waymo is not 100% safety. We can't just overnight destroy the lives of so many people.
Yeah, nobody's going to be losing their jobs overnight. We have free markets that allow people to move into other jobs where they're more highly paid.
Taxi drivers going to find a higher paying job?
The vast majority of jobs that all of us have today didn't even exist 50, 60 years ago.
Jobs always vanish because of technology. Milkmen lost their jobs. So did typists and switchboard operators.
Going down or up? Come on in.
Elevator operators, should they have been protected?
Typists can now learn a keyboard and learn how to input data on a computer. With a driver, it's a little bit more different.
Some people want to get in cars with no drivers. Women feel unsafe. Some of the drivers don't smell good. Some are reckless.
Many women feel safer with a driver.
Shouldn't people have the choice?
Absolutely.
But you want to take away one of the choices.
No, I'm not taking away the choice. I'm saying that let's get the drivers that exist now.
But if they have to pay the union and pay for job training, they won't come in for years.
If the Indians are going to take their opportunities away, then Waymo should pay.
There was opposition to every single transportation technology that came along throughout history. There were concerns about bicycles, that if women were on them, they wouldn't be able to have children. People have always freaked out about new technologies. They think about doom and dread and fear, taking all the jobs or destroying things. The reality is exactly the opposite. This is going to be a great helper to humanity.
Until then, with more than 100 Americans dying in cars every day, politicians who slow the arrival of self-driving cars have blood on their hands. Here at Stossel TV, we like highlighting technological progress. To help us keep making videos like this, please click that button.